So around the corner to the back are our two replay operators, camera shading, our TD main switches up front with our producer, graphics operator. This is our main engineering system. I really don't do audio here. I'm mainly an engineer. This is the brains of the system. This is a Harris Platinum router. 196 in, 196 out. Any resolution all the way up to 1920 HD SDI. So from any of the router panels, you can route anything anywhere. Anything. Even on the audio side, all the AES all here is all in the router, and all routes to a router in the audio room. I'll show you. So if they say, hey, we want to take DirecTV out to the bowl, we just go to our router and assign DirecTV to a channel, and we've got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
The room, if you were here last year, the room would have looked exactly the same, but they came in January 3rd and gutted the room, took the floor out. There's a subfloor underneath there for cabling. And it took every piece of cable out, took every piece of rack out. This is all brand new equipment in the same physical positions, but every piece of cable is brand new.
Wow.
So these are the main brains for the board.
That's a lot of money right here.
Yeah.
This whole setup costs. $10 million.
One in the building, this is Charlie. So Mark White's a music guy for all the teams. Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, Wings, Mark White. All the music you hear going out is done by Mark White. Mark White has his own mixer. He just feeds our M7. Brian Latouche is a DJ on the side, and for 80s night he brings in a turntable.
Had to bring in the old school turntable.
Real quick. So what we did on the console was, we set the console up with 32 analog on this side, and this is all AES. But you see the router behind me, this says channel 33 and 34 are fired to crossfire. So that's 33 and 34 on AES pairs. You can just go to your router and route anything you want to those 16 channels AES. The cool thing about the system is we've got 4 amp rooms, 700 some speakers in the building, but everything's controllable from this from these screens. So like right where you're standing is section 138. I can go to 138 and tell you I can take those speakers up or down and check the temperature of the amps, the impedance of the amps of everywhere.
Where
in the
are we
building.
coming through?
You're in channels 13 and 14, and this console is what you're in.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but we can turn off with one click of a button on this system.
So you can adjust any speaker by the computer. You can bring it up.
If I can I can mute the whole system. I can turn every power amp off from right here. With a click of a button, I turn 400 power amps off.
What do you use the books on?
Nothing. It was used for our stage runners before. We had an Allen Heath here before.
Really?
This doesn't get used. This does get used. This is the overall bowl limiter. This does get used.
Is that Apex? Is that what that is?
Yeah, and then this is the fire alarm announce. That's why it's covered. That actually hits this. So the main PA hits this Oxmoor, and the fire alarm can override everything we're doing. So if the fire alarm gets pulled, the command center can take control of the PA.
Right.
That's what that's for.
Awesome.
Okay. Like when we do a concert in here, the City of Philadelphia Fire Marshal comes in and tests all this to make sure it all works.
Right.
At a certain
So everything would be shut down, and they'd tell people what to do in a case of emergency.
If we wanted to do that, if the command center wanted to take control, the command center's downstairs.
Right.
So.
Nice.
So
and this is the best place to watch a game. How'd you get these seats?
Oh, this is our antenna farm, our wireless mics, and our wireless camera antennas.
Yeah. It's not hot in here.
We're in UHR and we're 6.
It's what, 106 out here today?
Incredible.
Probably 115 down on that field.
It was 102 when I got here. It's crazy.
But we never have a problem. Or we can take a wireless mic anywhere near exposed steel. We can get out.
Right.
We've been outside the alley on 11th Street.
That's
and had full bars.
I was 102 on the way in. I did the same thing.
And this right here is buildings makes their own fiber, but these are the main fiber runs. This is all blue. That's how signal goes out there. But all of our amps get signal via fiber, and all the video distribution is mainly on the fiber.
Hey Mark.
Yes.
How come I'm not going on to the house PA here?
What's that? Oh, because it's muted. Because I muted it.
Thank you.
Awesome, Mark.
So that's the nickel tour.
That's a nice monitor. The nickel tour. Thank you.
It's a pretty busy room during the game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey, what's up? It's coming down again. I was going to say
Hey. What's up? We're getting the nickel tour. This is where it all comes from.